Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your ear.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Donnell Rawlings.
Yeah!
Is he really a special guest?
I don't think I'm a special guest. I don't know what type of guest you want to call me. I'm a frequent fan and a friend of the show.
How's fatherhood, man?
It's incredible, son. It's the best thing. I produced a lot of work in my life, but I think this is probably the best production I've ever had.
Yeah, I heard the panda was humping your boy earlier.
The panda wasn't humping. The panda there's a panda bear out there.
Was it a male panda?
Hopefully it was a female panda. Because some of the things that this panda bear was doing to my son, it was kind of sketchy. You know what I'm saying? I want to raise him to be the strongest man possible, and I don't know if that's going to work out too well if it's panda bears out there molesting him.
What kind of panda? Where the hell did you find a panda, Donnell?
It was a biracial panda bear.
A real one?
It was a
black and white panda.
Black and white. It was more black. It was more black than white, but it was a biracial panda bear.
Like not a person in a suit, a real live bear?
It was a real live stuffed panda bear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why wait so late now to have a kid? Haven't you always wanted to have a child?
people have asked that question, and one of my friends, he's an older dad also. He said it's better to be late to the party than not to be invited at all.
Okay.
And then at the time when I was being like really risky in my life, those are the times.
You mean not using condoms?
Shooting the club up in a
You got a good pull-out game.
Yeah, I got a good pull-out game. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited where I'm at in my life.
I think
right
it's
now,
great.
And I'm happy.
Have you given up on white women? Because at one time you was vegan. You was using words I can't pronounce.
I was a pescatarian. I was a white chick petarian.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of arugula.
Those were the years I was having a lot of fun. Even you know the years of having a lot of fun.
Whoa.
Sometimes I'm just saying it. Sometimes
was that a shot?
No, I'm just saying.
Did you take a shot at
in life?
I don't know.
Period.
What you're talking about, sir.
In life, period. We go through periods in our life where we had a lot of fun. Then you look back on it and you say that fun didn't really get me where I wanted to be in life, and you make changes.
But raising a child, I'm sure, is a lot of fun as well.
It's a lot of fun.
Different kind of fun.
It's the first audience I had that has to listen to me and has to laugh at everything I say.
But does he laugh at your jokes?
Everything. Smile. Laugh.
Really?
All that. Yeah.
He might be laughing at you, though, not
at your jokes.
I will say this. My son will never laugh at me. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, then he'll probably find somewhere else to live.
I was disturbed the other day. I spoke to Donnell, and he referred to his son as a little N-word.
Little nigga.
Yeah. That's what I think every guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you use that word, it's a word of passion, you know, and it's the context in which you use that word. And when I look at him, I say, that's my little nigga. I really mean that. It's my little nigga.
Now, the baby monster from Bad Girls Club, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Donnell out here smashing reality show stars.
That was the case.
Now how old is she? They said she's 22.
Nah, she way past 22.
Maybe when she was on
24?
Bad Girls Club.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing. As an actor, this is one of the things that you don't really discuss your age too much, or the
She's
people
young,
you're dealing
though.
with. Yeah, she's young.
My brother.
Young enough to get that club shot up.
There you go.
You know. Now, if it was a situation, I would have grown old with somebody, but you can't start off old. You know what I'm saying? If you start off old, you're getting old problems. I'd rather have the younger problems. You know what I'm saying? A woman my age that's going to come with a kid about to go to college, you know, and I wasn't ready to raise a guy as freshman at Howard University or anything like that.
I feel you.
Next question. That's it? That's how we doing it, son? I already knew when I first walked in here, it was a silence in here, like the real question is about to pop off. I could feel it. Envy, you know we used to do radio together. You know that silence we give the guests.
This is getting awkward.
You know the silence you give the guests before you start popping those. The time when I couldn't really read out loud when we was over that other place.
You couldn't read?
You know,
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that I couldn't read. It was just reading out loud. Reading out loud is a challenge, especially when you're younger.
Here, let me see. Read this.
Why is it a challenge?
Because some people don't read out.
That's not what it says.
You've had guests on your show that couldn't read out loud that good. Not to say they could. Yeah, not to say they couldn't read. Just couldn't read out loud.
Let me hear.
This is how I used to do it. Charlie Sheen is ready to tell all in his book.
That's it?
Thank you very much, sir.
What you think about Charlie Sheen catching HIV?
I mean, when you live in a suspect life, a sketchy life, when you put yourself in a position where things like that happen, you know, anything can happen. You know, I don't know.
When you had a lot of fun.
When that first went down, I don't think people were surprised. I think they would have been more surprised if they would have found out he didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? But running around with prostitutes, trannies, and everything like that.
You're supposed to say transgender.
Transgender. I don't know. Not there's anything wrong with being transgender. Shout out to Caitlyn Jenner.
Now, have you told her she never smashed the same chick?
No, never.
Are you sure?
I'm quite positive of that. Yeah.
Charlie Sheen's quite positive, too.
Literally and figuratively speaking. That was a good joke, Charlamagne.
I think we all thought it.
Yeah.
Now, what's up with your brother? I heard he's not really in love with Charlamagne anymore.
Well, we all know from the countless Breakfast Club's interviews that I've done that my brother was a really, really true fan of Charlamagne and God. But since then, he's moved on. I talked to him the other day, and he said, I'm not really feeling Charlamagne like that. His new interest, and I don't know if I can help him pursue this, is Yasin Bey. Most Def.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Most Def been around.
I know he's been around, but I don't know. My brother favored Charlamagne for a minute, and now he switched. I don't know. He's really down with true hip-hop now, but, that's his new thing. And he pronounces his name Yasin. Yasin.
Y'all seen him.
It's a very uncomfortable interview.
All right, that's enough. Can we do a real interview now?
I don't know what
we said we weren't going to laugh at any of your jokes.
No.
You came in.
You walked in.
I like this.
No matter what Donnell say, don't laugh.
Hey, listen, son. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. That's why I got a son, son. That's why I got a son, son.
Donnell's looking so uncomfortable.
I'm buying my audience, son. As a comedian, when people don't laugh at your jokes, shoot the club up, get a boy in your life, and keep it moving, son.
Yo, when Donnell come in, no matter what he say, do not laugh at
I
Donnell.
I stayed in the pocket, though, son. I stayed in the pocket, son. Yo, next question, please.
But I'm going to be honest.
I'm an actor, son.
They was trying to get you to cry.
Yeah. No,
I said Donnell's not going to cry.
I will say this. I don't have that emotion of crying, but I will say, as having been a new dad, there's something like the phrase, aw. No, think about it. Aw, that's a word. If you call yourself a street, you never say. The last time I said, oh, I remember, it was like 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. I was in the club, and these two chicks said, we want to take you home and do some nasty stuff to you. And I looked at both and said, aw, look at God. My God is a good God.
Hey,
won't he do it?
Because if you see something in the street, like somebody gets shot, you don't be like, aw.
No, you don't do that. But I'm saying when it comes to a kid, man, there's no way around it.
You say that all the time.
I say, aw. Every time I look at him, I say, aw. My son is a very
Has
nice.
he peed on you?
He hasn't. I will say this.
Aww.
The first 2 years. No, I will say this. I took it personal. The first 2 years of his life, I was upset.
Your son is 2?
No.
Yeah,
first two weeks of his life.
You
I'm
said 2
sorry.
years.
I didn't know how to act. Y'all laughing at jokes now. I didn't know how to act, son. We back in the groove now. I get loose now, son. I was nervous, son. Yo, I was about to call my brother and say, neither one of us with Charlamagne no more, son. Literally and figuratively speaking. No, I will say this. For the first 2 weeks of his life, I had beef with him because as a dad, Envy, you've done this 3 times for you.
4.
Oh, my God. You had another baby?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah.
Damn, son. Talk about shooting up the club, son.
You don't play.
No, but the first 2 weeks, I was upset with him because he peed on everybody but me. And I'm like, yo, I'm your father. I'm supposed to share that with me first. Right. I did it like deep, like a church person on Sunday when they grab their chest and say something about testimony. I was like, I'm your father.
Yeah.
Show me that love. I remember the first time he peed on me, I was so happy. I felt like I was in an R. Kelly video for like 30 seconds.
It's like you got your period.
I was like, my mind's telling me no. But it was a good feeling. And it was one of those milestones in his life and a milestone in my life.
So technically a young man has peed on you before.
A young man. Now, not a young, I'm talking about a newborn.
An infant.
Okay.
Newborn pee is different from grown man pee.
Yeah.
Like if me and him got to the point where we're bonded at an older age and he said, Dad, I want to express my true love for you, and he peed on me then I had to hit him with a 2-piece.
Yeah, and plus baby pee, I mean, what's in it? It's not like he's drinking beer and stuff.
It's only breast milk. Only breast milk.
We see you back with Dave a lot now.
Yeah, we've been working. Last couple of years we've been on tour together.
Yeah.
Did you have a conversation or no? You just
a conversation about him leaving the show?
Yes.
Again?
Nah, I mean, like,
I know you need some answers though.
Yeah, I don't.
Just once.
I will honestly say this. I don't need answers because at the end of the day, when things happen, you got to look at the positive that came out of it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of he decided to lead the show for whatever his reasons were, it gave me a platform for people to see what I do. You know what I'm saying? So even when he walked away from the show, I was more disappointed than anything
Aw.
because I hadn't worked with a group of people like that. Yo, you ain't messing. Nah, because when you find a good team that you enjoy working with and you enjoy, like it's never no stress. That thing that you miss. But again, he gave me a platform for people to see what I've been doing for years, and I'll leave it at that. We've been touring. We did a run in Radio City Music Hall.
How did y'all go back out? Because I seen y'all on the West Coast, and I think you just popped up on the show, and then all of a sudden I just seen y'all doing a bunch of
So
shows.
you said you trying to make it that you was stalking him?
No, that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Popped up on him?
No, the Radio City Music Hall run, I just wanted to go just to say what's up to him. So I showed up. I didn't know it was not set that I would be on the show. I showed up, and first thing he said was like, "You want to do a guest spot?" That's a very precious situation,
Yes.
like in front of 7,000 people.
Donnell has never said no to a guest spot.
Never said no to a guest spot, and I was like, on the inside, I was a little nervous. Right? I was like, "Oh my God, I get a guest spot!" But on the outside, I was like, "Yo, word, I can do that." I went up there, I ripped it, and he kept me on the tour. And since then we've done shows in Montreal. We just did a run in London. And we just been out there doing it, man.
But I mean, even bigger than that, like it seemed like y'all. I mean, I'm sure y'all always were friends, but I can see the friendship now.
Yeah, it is
because of social media.
It's a genuine friendship, and our friendship wasn't built off of like that's my dude. It was built off of I'm older than Dave, but he started comedy before me, and when he left DC to go to New York, he had built a reputation for himself. And wherever you leave somewhere, you still know what's going on homegrown.
Right.
So he knew about me, and our respect was built that he heard that I was a dude that was ripping the stages up, and after that, we would run into each other. We would, have fun, and we built a relationship. It's been over like about 16 years that we've been friends.
You can tell when somebody in a relationship. They don't say we used to run with each other, have sex with a bunch of girls. It's like we used to have
Well,
fun.
Dave's been married for some time.
Yeah, that's your man's.
Oh,
Are you gonna get married soon?
Yeah, I am.
Date yet or not yet?
I haven't done that yet, but I'm quite sure. I'll say, and the only time a dude really wants to get married when you look back and you say, I had a good run. You know what I'm saying?
You had a good run?
Yeah, I had a great run.
All right.
I had an exceptional run. But then when you get to the
I always
point,
look at you as a very sensitive type of guy, though.
that was one relationship. so-
No, you've been.
That you caught me crying on a moped years ago.
It was a scooter.
And Yee is the wrong person because I thought, me and Yee go back. You know what I'm
He's the
saying?
worst to talk to.
I
He
did
is the worst.
I did not know that. I thought she was because everybody loves Yee.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know she got a sinister side, right?
Absolutely.
I was like, Yee, I'm going through a little something. Let's meet up. She said, yo, let's go have a couple drinks, right? And I had I didn't cry. I was blinking fast. Blinking fast is
On
a
the
sign
moped.
of a thug dude about to cry, right?
Right.
So no, this was before I got on the moped, right? And then I was like, I was telling her how I feel. She was like, stop being a bitch. That's
I
when
did
she
say
told
that.
me that. She said, stop being a bitch. And I was like, what? I was like, what you mean by a bitch? I had a couple drinks. I had some rum punch. That's her favorite
Rum
drink,
punch.
right? And this is how much she don't care about her friends. She let me get on the moped after
Drunk.
4 rum punches,
You had 2.
dealing with some emotional stress, and I rode away. Rode into the sunset.
That's how you caught that DUI. You was
Now the DUI was a whole. The DUI
but
was
you
a
was with
setup.
Angela.
No.
He was definitely with
Now
Angela.
that
No.
you're broken up with that girl that you had the DUI with,
Life goes on.
right?
Yeah.
I was not with Donnell. Just to clarify, can I say that now?
Yeah, you weren't with me, but here's the
that-
thing. When I went
That was
to
the
court,
excuse.
Oh, you was the excuse.
here's the thing. When I went to court, they asked me what happened that day. Before, right? I said I was hanging out with Angela Yee for the Press Club, and they said guilty. Right there. They
I
didn't
was
let
with
me
Donnell
go.
earlier, but mind you, I left and went home at like 10. Donnell what time did you get pulled over?
We don't want to talk about that.
Right.
It was like about 2:33. I made another stop.
Now, come
before-
on.
I made another stop.
Driving
I
down
will
one-way
say,
street.
He had a good life.
it wasn't a one. It started as a 2-way.
Okay.
That turned into a 1-way.
Right.
And people that know that's called a trap. And I'm gonna tell you how much it's a
It was a
trap.
2-way
'Cause
that
when
turned into a
I made a
1-way.
right turn. I heard him say, "We got another one." And the funny thing about it was they didn't really catch me. I was running out of gas, right? I was run. This is a true story.
Yeah,
So
okay.
nobody.
Oh,
No, this is
okay.
how the police looked at me when I tell that story. It was like. They just stared at me.
didn't
Right?
laugh.
No, what happened was
And keep
I was-
telling the same story and be consistent.
I am consistent. I was running out of gas, right? I was desperate. I put my hazard lights on. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to coast this car. It was an older car. I wasn't familiar with the orange light in this car, right? I was like, I'm gonna coast to a gas station.
It was like a 1970 car.
1985. It was a 1985 black Eldorado.
He was taking pictures in it and everything.
I was so happy about that.
He was like, come take a picture with the car.
I was. And the police said, we'll take that picture. So I was going down. I was like, the car's run out of gas. I made the right turn. The car started fluttering. Like, you know, if the car ran out of gas. So when the police said, we got another one, I made a U-turn, right? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was running out of gas. And they looked. And the car literally ran out of gas then. So it wasn't even a high pursuit or anything. They just walked over, right? And I thought my celebrity status was going to get me off, right? Because one of the dudes was like, oh, man, it's Ashley Larry. I was like, I'm rich, bitch. But then you got the cops with the blue shirts and the cops with the white shirts.
Right.
The blue shirts fans, the white shirts want numbers. So when the white shirt came over there, I was so comfortable that I wasn't intoxicated. Got out the car. They say never blow. You know, my brother doesn't say that.
So wait.
Right? But the police wait a minute.
Who did you blow?
Huh? I think it was like the case is over, so I can say
He
it.
didn't blow nobody. Blew
Yo, who did you blow?
Yo, I didn't mess with her, man. It was like a 1 point, it was something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Damn.
What a good rating on a TV show.
on cable, you can live off of that, son. If we could have got a 1.7, Guy Court would still be on right now, son. But you know, when they gave it to me, I was like this. I did like this. Right? They was like, "Come on, Ashley, how you gonna call somebody a character name in a situation like that?" Right? I was like, I did like this. I said, "Huh." They was like, "Come on, stop playing." I said, right? They say, "Come on, mouse." Bing, bing, bing. Cut to, you have a right to remain silent.
Wow.
Yeah. But I will say this, as much as I joke, that's a comedian's job in the darkest situation to make some light of it, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm being straight honest about it. There's nothing funny about that because for years, I'm telling you, in the streets, your sobriety test is what your man's is. And what you ask your man's like, you good? Right? And then he said, I'm good. Like, okay, we good. You know what I'm saying? And you might think you're in control of your faculties, but at the end of the day, faculties. That's the biggest word I know. You know what I'm saying?
Faculties. I know what those are.
But at the
Schools have them.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The law is totally different from what you think. So, you know, I will in hindsight, retrospect, you know, be careful out there because your situation.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it was, y'all was talking about me being arrested before I even went to see the judge.
It was in the paper.
No, it was before. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it was in the online paper.
I talked to my friend, right? I was like, "What happened?" Like, "Yo, son, they talking about the Breakfast Club, right?" I'm so eager on press and publicity. I was like, "What they say?" I was like, "What did they say?" And then you donkey the other day me.
Had to.
Yep. You donkey the other day. I thought it was just my man. You ain't supposed to donkey the other day, your man,
Don't
son.
discriminate. I had to.
Yo,
I called you and let you know I was gonna do it though.
Yo, but I didn't know.
Yes. I forgot I texted him or something.
Yo, he donkeyed the day. That's my man, son. But you know what? On the inside, you know, because I got the press and Breakfast Club's the #1 show in the country. When I got donkeyed the day, I listened to it and I said, "Aw, that's so nice." And Charlamagne to give me that props.
Yeah. Is it true that you skipped out on one of your DWI court hearings to be in the August Alsina video?
I wanted to be in the August Alsina video.
Is that still your mail?
Well, Wikipedia changed.
Nah, times changed, so you gotta move on, son. Out with the old, in with the new.
August did a lot. I mean, Donnell did a lot of creepy things when it came to August Alsina.
No, I'm gonna tell you, this is so
first
embarrassing.
First of all, he flew into New York.
No, I'm gonna go deeper than that. So when
Whoa,
yo,
yeah.
Nah, I was in London, right?
I remember.
And I was in London, and August was supposed to do a club performance. At this one club, right? I ain't gonna front, so you know you early when you there before security, right? I think I was working my own red rope in there, right? So I was like this, oh man, he gonna show up, I'm gonna surprise him.
I'm gonna surprise him.
I'm gonna surprise him.
So creeped
I'm gonna
out.
surprise him, and he didn't show up. You know how horrible it is to keep going to the DJ booth talking about, is he gonna come? Is he really gonna show up?
And he kept texting me like, "Where's August?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah,
Did he show up?
Nah, he didn't show up.
Damn.
You know why? Because somebody showed up early before
It was
the
me.
security.
He was like, "No, I'm not going. I'm not going there." But you know, again, I was a fan. I'm still a fan of August, but you know, good songwriter, good dude, and you know, I support
So
him
who you a
and all
fan of now?
I won't say a fan, but somebody that their music I'm really excited about. I don't know if this is going from, you know, in the streets of transition to fatherhood, but Molly Music. I'm a big fan of Molly Music. Now.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, the dude from Love and Hip Hop?
No, no, I think he did the music for Love and Hip Hop. He's a
Molly
gospel
Mall?
spiritual.
Oh, I thought you said
singer.
Molly Mall.
No, Molly Music.
Oh.
he has this one song, I Believe, and it talks about, things that you believe in, how some people don't believe in the same things you, but you still got to stay true to what your spirituality is.
Gospel
I like
music.
that. Yeah, it's gospel. But the thing I like about it, it's not gossip like when you be like, look at God. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, hallelujah.
I'm delivered.
It ain't that. But it's like, you can't really tell that he's a gospel singer, but you can tell it in the music. There's another song he has called No Fun Alone. And every morning I sing that song to my son, just to let him know that, try to strive to be the best you can. And in life, if you're by yourself, you could be empty like that. It's no fun alone. That's the number one artist I listen to right now.
You let your gay brother watch your son?
Not only do I let my gay brother watch my son, my gay brother is my son's godfather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he wanted godmother, but I told him that was already gone. Right, but
Well,
yeah.
why
The
would
woman
you make
chooses the
uncle
godmother.
The godfather.
What?
It's the same thing?
What?
If you already the
Godfather,
uncle, why
godmother.
make it the godfather?
Nah, they still do that. You still do that.
Yeah, I just thought with my brother's character and the things that he's accomplished in life, you know what I'm saying, that he'd be a good choice. And I know that he would give my son unconditional love, and event that something happened to me. Some people want to be godfather just for the title.
All right.
But I really know that he genuinely cares about me, cares about my son, and I thought that was the best choice.
And some
to be
people
able to-
choose
And
godparents based on who's going to get the child great presents.
Who has the most money?
Right,
Yeah.
that's what they do.
Oh yeah, I got one of those too.
You got one?
Yeah. Ben Wallace's wife is my godmother. Don't get it twisted,
just
son.
in case.
I got a rich godparent, and I got a morally good godparent too.
And your brother gonna teach your son how to dress his ass off. He gonna be so clean.
I got my son clean. I style him.
You can't dress better than no gay man.
You know what? I will have to say that. As you get older, you realize when a gay dude compliments you on a shirt.
Yes, sir.
If a gay dude talking about yas, work that shirt, I'm like, can I get this in 8 different colors? Fashion statement, son. Ain't no shame in my game.
Now, if your son was gay, you would love him the same, of course.
I would love my son the same. But I will say this, and this is a straight thing I say. You probably agree. I'm gonna raise him to be straight first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll raise you. If you had the 2 levels, like what you want, straight or gay first? I'm gonna raise him to be straight first.
Got you.
By default, if he decides to be gay, I'm gonna love him just the same. But any man, I don't care what anybody says. As a man, you want your son to be a strong man first. You know what I'm saying? And people have different definitions of it. But that's the most honest thing I could say. I'm gonna raise him to be straight first. Now, if he's gay, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you match those colors. Hopefully he don't run around saying, yas, bitch, yas. But, I got to show
And if he
him.
is gay, teach him to be a top.
Huh?
You want him to be a bottom.
Yeah, that is an argument. That is. No disrespect, son. You can't get it. You got to give it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to represent, son.
Now, you've also
But,
said...
this is the thing.
You got to represent.
Envy, this is a question. I don't know. You shouldn't be asking a question. So, what do you think in your child's life? Is it important to make him something or to let him have his choices to be what he wants?
I think it's you give him the opportunity where he can be whatever he wants, but give him that opportunity to do what he wants and encourage whatever he wants to do.
So you're against the Joe Jackson rule of thumb?
Beating my kid?
Not beating him. I'm just not beating him.
Damn,
just being
Donnell.
not beating them. Not that part of it. You know what I'm saying? But just pushing something on them hard enough where they become good at it.
Well, if my son
Like,
plays
come on, you're going to
football-
play basketball.
Yeah.
We're going to
My
get
son
you a
plays football
coach.
And he plays basketball. I get him a coach and make sure he has the proper necessary training to be.
And if he's like, I hate it.
But if he hates it, I'm not going to say, well, you're good at it, you're going to stay. If he hates it, like he was great in baseball, but he
Right.
just didn't like it. It was too boring for him.
I think I'm gonna make him something.
You damn
And the
right.
reason why I say this, I'll give you the example of Serena Williams and Venus Williams, right? Playing tennis on a rock-infested court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Compton. He made them tennis stars. I'm sure if he had not pushed them and was aggressively making them do that every day, I know Serena probably would have been dancing in a strip club.
No.
What? You don't know that.
No, with that ass, come on, son. She would have been.
MMA Serena.
I think she would have bounced tennis balls off of it, just to make her father proud.
Right.
And I'm sure Venus probably would have been doing hair. Everybody
I can
but
see that.
hers, but she would have been doing everybody but hers. But
But
so I think
they
I'm
had
making
to
it.
have a love for tennis too. They had to love it because if they didn't love it, they wouldn't have put effort and energy towards it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe I have one of the professional people like, why are you going to force him that? Now, if I was a doctor or a lawyer, people like, I know you want him to be just like you, but the field I'm in, people don't take it serious until you start making money with it. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you want him to be?
I just want him to be introduced to comedy. I just want him to have a comedic sensibility. I don't want him. He don't necessarily have to be a comedian, but he has to have at least a 5-minute routine.
At least in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You
Just
want him
give
to
me
be funny. He'll be naturally funny just being around you, though.
Yeah, he will. I just want 5 minutes.
Well, you should sacrifice him to the weigh-ins. And give him to that family.
Nah, they already
He could
they
do
got
movies.
enough. I'm gonna start a new
legacy.
dynasty. It's gonna be the Rawlings.
The Rawlings.
But I'm excited
The
about it
Rawlings.
because I will say, man, I was at a point in my life where I didn't know if I was gonna have kids. You know what I'm saying? I think for anybody, and there's people out here that don't have kids that have great lives, but I think mentally you have to prepare yourself for that. Because if it's something that you want and it never happens, it could really make you depressed and crazy. I had settled with, I have nieces, I have nephews. I settled with, my career was doing well. I was like, I was gonna find my happiness somewhere. But I think I will say it was a true blessing to where I thought I was gonna be and where I'm at now. And I'm telling you, people always tell you, you know what I'm saying, it's the greatest feeling ever. Until you have a kid, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, like certain faces you have on your Instagram with your kids, you know what I'm saying? On your promo shots, on all your promo shots, you like this.
Right.
You serious. But when you got your kids, son, I've never known that I could see a man's wisdom tooth. You know you
see them
smiling
cheek
when you can
implants
see
popping.
molars in the back, you know, and I got an opportunity to experience that.
And you
I'm
said your
enjoying it.
son has a chance.
He has a chance.
At being
Fine.
good looking, right?
He is. My son, listen, every kid is cute because they're kids.
Right.
But then some have features that you're like, okay, he got a chance. And he's a nice looking kid. Not when I was growing up, I always wanted to be fine.
You say when you were an ugly kid?
I wasn't ugly. I put it like this. I asked this girl one day, I said, what I look like? She said, you look regular. She said, you look regular too. You know regular faces. Don't act like you fine. You over here looking over here. You over here like you know what we do, son. You know what we do. You ain't never been called fine. I ain't never been called fine. The closer I ever got to fine, I was cute. And I wasn't cute by itself. I was cute with something. He looked cute with his little jean outfit. You know, he looked cute in his little car with him. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't never got nothing to do with us.
It was never like he looked cute because he got money. You know what I'm saying? But I never was fine, son.
You know what's so
And
funny?
dude got a shot.
That last night, a girl said, Charlamagne looks so cute on Empire.
Oh my God. No, this what made me mad, son. This is a real story, son. This is a real story. I think I was in Texas. I was at airport, right? And this little white dude kept looking at me, right? He kept looking at me. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Hey, Ashley, Larry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's gonna talk about Chappelle's show. And he walked up to me, had pen and paper in hand, right? He was like, oh my God, Charlamagne the God, right? I was like, man, if you don't get out of my face with that, he confused me with Charlamagne.
Why is Charlamagne mad though?
But I've been confused with some fine.
Yeah.
Like Tyrese, Mars Chestnut.
Fine.
You got Morris Chestnut, son?
I got Mars, man.
That's a lie.
Yo, Stevie Wonder must have said that.
Hold on.
Stevie Wonder felt your face and said, you look like Morris Chestnut, son.
Now, your mom, I seen that your mom and your dad came to your show a couple days ago.
Yeah.
How was that? Was that the first time they've been seeing you in a while?
No, it was the first. No, that was the first time they were in a photo with me together. The funny thing about it is my mom and my dad, they're not together. My mother and my dad were like totally opposite. My dad was a drug dealer and my mother was a social worker.
2 for 5.
But they had the same clients.
No, that's great.
You know what I'm saying? My mother be like, you need to get your life together. My father be like, nah, I got 2 for 50.
Damn it.
You know what I'm saying? So they haven't been together for a long time. And I got tickets. My mother just pops up. She don't let me know. I say, Mom, let me know. I make sure you're good with it. If she's always going to be good, she just go to the door and say, Joyce Rawlings. So my dad is like straight gangster. He's sitting there with his boys, right? Like 3 of his manses. And there was 1 seat left. Now, the lady who makes the seating, she just went to my dad and said, do you mind if somebody else sits here? Did not know that it was my mom. Did not know that she was sitting, my mom with my dad. Mm-hmm. You know, for the first thing, my dad was like, "Oh, that was a setup, son. Why you gonna do that to me?" But they had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Now your baby mom, she was on Bad Girls Club. Did you feel like you had to have a blood test or something?
No, I didn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm quite sure, like in your life that you like haven't had like blood tests for everybody that you smashed, son.
What you mean? Like,
I mean, why? I don't understand why.
She was on Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls Club.
What does that
They
mean?
got a stereotype. Those girls got a stereotype of being wild and crazy.
I still don't.
He's trying to say paternity test. I think.
Paternity test, yeah, to make sure it was yours.
Oh no, I'm like I'm
blood test. Why the hell?
I was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I was in a relationship, and I wasn't in a relationship like I was like smashed every once in a while, or like was like we were seeing anybody. I was in a straight up relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I said blood test. Donnell like. I look
Fuck
like
you,
I got
yo. No.
Why he got mad? He said, "What you trying to say?"
No. I'm like.
Why you said it? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I was confused. I look like I got HIV or something. What's wrong
Well,
with
I
you?
cannot wait for this wedding.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm definitely coming to that. So
Yeah.
just give me some advance notice.
I would. Oh, everybody get advance notice.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, again, follow up on that. So you get to a point in your life where you've done things, and if somebody brings. I mean, I have a family now, so I don't want I want to make it like legit as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is she
We
still
in
on
there.
Bad Girls Club or no?
No, that's a long
That's
time
so
ago.
long ago.
I don't know.
Hell no, she had
No,
a baby by Donnell. She
Yeah.
better not be on Bad Girls Club no more.
It was a transition. Your life is in a complete transition right now. I'm the founder and organizer of SaveABitch.com. You know what I'm saying? So
You're gonna get in trouble right now.
Huh?
No.
I don't get no trouble. Like when that word is a harsh word, right? That word is very provocative.
Save
the
or
word
bitch?
bitch. No, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I started this organization called Save an African Queen, everybody like, yeah, we want to support that. You know what I'm saying? And I've said this time and time again, I think that people in life, they go to a period in their life, it's a transition period where it's either temptation or salvation, and all depending on who comes in your life, they will help you with that transition. And I think in the case of, not that, that my people's out there like that, but people come in your life for the right reason at the right time. And if you can make the best of it, in my situation, to be able to create and have a beautiful family, I'm winning.
Aww.
There you have it.
that
This
is so
weekend he's gonna be at
nice.
Caroline's. What days you gonna be at Caroline's?
I'll be at Caroline's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And because you guys are everywhere, I'll be at the Houston Improv. I know that's one of your affiliate stations
Yes.
down
Yes,
there.
one of them
I'll be at the Houston Improv. That'll be December 13th. It's the Ashy Christmas.
Is it hard being on the road now? You got a kid?
It's very hard now, but like I was on the road a lot because I could be on the road a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's a different situation. Like I'm excited about getting home. You know what I'm saying? When you got something good to go home to, you excited about it. I was in a relationship, I wasn't excited about it. Like I would miss flights intentionally.
Oh,
I remember one time a lady said, she was like this, how did you miss your flight? I was like, they're going to try to say I can't bring a gun on the plane. You know what I'm saying? That's where you know you're not. But, I've been a road dog because that's where I get my money. But I've really making a conscious effort, 2016, to get more into acting in Hollywood because I'd rather be going on a set and
Stable.
going home to my
Right.
son every day than being on the road. But at the same time, I'm not a working actor. If I was getting paid by acting, I'd be broke. So I got to find an even balance and, do the best thing I can to raise Austin. My son, people say, why'd you name your son Austin? Because I wanted to give him a fair shake. If he wanted to be in an interracial relationship, I didn't want him to get profiled on paper. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because the name Austin could go to anybody's house for dinner. Donnell ain't going to the suburbs. Austin's coming up for dinner. I can't wait to
What
meet the
about
little
Donnie?
tiger. What?
Donnie can make it though.
I don't like Donnie. Donnie make your jawbone, like go down too much. I don't like Donnie. Some people like it, but Austin with an E.
Well, we appreciate you joining us.
All right, I'll be at Caroline's.
Yo, you know
what
what?
day
I'm
are we
telling
all
you.
going to
Yo, let me tell you
Caroline's?
something. When I came in here, I knew something didn't smell right, son. As one of my friends used to say in the military, something wasn't sweet in the milk, right? I'm sitting up here, I was like, oh, this about to be the setup. You know what I'm saying? I was
That
like,
looks so
I was
uncomfortable.
defending myself. I'm like, all right, who I'm gonna shoot at first? I was like, I know he going first, son. I'm waiting for him to go. You would have went second, and Angie would have went third and followed up. But again, you asked the question at the beginning of why are you here? I didn't work with you guys in so many different ways, and whenever I come up here, I get excited because I feel like this is family to me.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Donnell Rawlings, definitely check him out. Caroline's.
What
this
day are we
weekend.
going?
I'll go Friday. Saturday, I'm in Miami. I'm going Friday.
Why you never come to my shows, son?
Been to your shows. What you talking
I
about?
was there.
You've been
He
to
was
one
there
show.
when I
I've been
was
on
there.
Breakfast
Two
Club
of your
4
shows.
times, son.
No, I've been to like 2 of your shows.
I go to all
I
of
always
them.
come to him.
I know you always come. Envy, I can't say Envy because I think deep down inside, Envy wants to do 5 minutes on stage, man.
Nah, I
I know
just
you.
like
I
to
know.
laugh.
Yeah, you're a
Let's
good
not
time.
talk about how Donnell tried to convince me to
No, I did. I wanted her to host my show this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be a good idea. And first thing she said was she was like, "Oh, I don't know if they don't laugh." I'm like,
No, I said I'm not doing that. You're not gonna set me up.
I wasn't gonna set up and I don't say it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I believe anybody in this room could be a stand-up if they get some of the
Boy, if you
techniques.
don't stop putting people up to that.
I
That's
told
the
you.
hardest job to do in entertainment.
It's the hardest job to do until you learn the mechanics of it. And I say to your advantage, and the reason why I said is I talk to you about this because you're well-loved, you're engaged, and people like you. You know what I'm saying? People like you. With that, with the sense of humor you have, if you didn't focus on trying to make them laugh and yourself, That's where comedy really comes from. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like this, I got this joke, boom, psh. But if you go up there, you share your life. Like you go on stage, if you did any of my shows and just shared a couple of stories about working here or some of the things that we did in the past, people will get warmed up to that. And being an MC is not a pressured spot. MC is a person.
You're introducing and giving all the technical.
Give out the technical stuff, but as a person with a personality. And you have a strong enough, you host events, you go up there.
All I do is sit in the club and drink.
I guarantee you, when you host events, whatever, you go up there and you're just yourself, but on occasion you may say something, people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Or people get engaged. Now, if you take that and follow up with it with a joke after that, not saying you could be a comedian, but you could be a funny person on stage. And that's why I suggested that.
All right.
Well,
I'll be there on Friday.
I'll
anyway.
be there Friday too. Donnell Rawlings, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.